One.
Yo, I put it like wow. This that sound. These don't work hard like me. They know by now.
It's too loud, but I like it.
Stand my ground.
I like it.
Throw these money trees overseas like Preston Town. Staying round. Quiet when I'm under loud.
The guys were in a different mood back then.
Love it.
Don't anticipate loss. Mind always in the clown, my boy. Never think about the drop. Never ever think about the drop.
Welcome to it, sports fans. It is the MKT show. Hey, listen, I got to tell you something. The production guy's in a whole different mood today. So it felt like a disco in here before this, because we can hear everything they're doing back there before the show. And hey, they're in a different mood today. As you can see, two very handsome men joining me. I'll start off with a man who is being spammed because of his late night activity on social media, on Google, on just on his phone, or wherever. Yeah, I'm not going to judge what sort of platform you're using. I'm not going to say what you're being spammed with, but it's a problem for you. You look good, Census Teba. What's happening, pal?
What's up, man? First and foremost, I am not being spammed. I'm not being spammed. I just told you what happened, and now I'm being put on blast. Now people think I'm a dirty pervert.
No, nobody. I said I'm not going to say what it is, but okay.
Thank you.
They thought dirty, you thought dirty.
And pervert. No one said pervert, but okay. I mean, now that you've opened it up.
Use the euphemism. It's okay.
So what happened? Were you being spammed by what? Where? What platform?
I'm not being spammed at all.
I thought you said you were being spammed before the show. Was that a lie?
Let's just change the topic.
Don't lie, bro.
No, I'm not lying.
You lie.
Sure.
Don't lie.
Let me put it like this, right?
Yes.
James even saw the same thing.
Which is what?
You see on our channel, on our YouTube channel?
Yes.
Somebody left a comment.
Yes.
And the comment was people, these things that advertise porn.
Yeah, these bots.
Yeah. So yeah, that's what's happening.
But why is the algorithm picking it up? Because so between you, who's logged in? Me, you, James, Ryan. Between
the four of
us, somebody is lonely at night, and I don't. Now it's a whole thing. We have to investigate it now because I don't mind that young men are out there doing that. Whatever. You guys got to, you're lonely. Some people's girlfriends, like James, she lives miles away.
Mine lives miles away.
So it could be you and James. You are suspect number one. Having said that,
suspect number one.
Ryan and I are single.
Exactly. That's what
completely single.
You're single. So
in fact, all of us, because I'm just as capable as you are. You're feeling lonely. I'm crying. Where's my girlfriend? In Germany. James, I'm crying because there's like proper Afrikaans guys in the northwest.
Freaky like.
Yeah, that my girlfriend's seeing, and she just wishes I'd be that. So all of us are very capable of being emotional at 1:45 on a Saturday night alone, and now we're being spammed because guys are disgusting in general. You know what I mean?
James. It was James.
Jimbo, you can jump in here. I mean, you are a suspect.
James, they said you're a non-starter.
I'm not 100% sure what that means. A what starter?
A non-starter.
A non-starter, yeah. How are you feeling about that? I mean, are you perusing sort of, I don't want to say the website's names. I mean, they're not paying us, and I'm happy to take money from the people. But are you perusing a sort of late night entertainment with naked ladies? Is that why we're being spammed? Are you lonely? Do you need to connect emotionally with your girlfriend? Because also, James, a big part of this, if you don't know, perhaps you haven't heard this, emotional cheating is still cheating, pal.
Jeez, that's hectic.
I have no words. I honestly don't.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, you used all your emotions on the cheating. Oh no, my mate.
Speaking of cheating, wait, I just saw something very scandalous on Twitter.
Okay. I mean, let's open it up. This is the way to do it on a Monday.
Guys, so you know what happened with Mauro Icardi this weekend, right?
Hold on. By the way, we do have somebody else because as soon as you say Mario Icardi, anything's possible. Brad, how you doing?
Hello, boys.
Now, Brad, you are a professional. You don't hear these types of conversations at your work because you're actually a scientist at your work where serious people come to you to change their lives. So welcome to a place where you thought it was a sports show, you know, we're going to G people up. But actually, we're talking about affairs. James is having problems. Ryan, I think, is perusing the internet. I'm possibly at fault here for looking at naked ladies on a Saturday. Everybody here it's possible that it's us four because we're the only four logged into the account. So, but Senzo has said, Mauro Icardi, go ahead, please.
So you know what happened to him yesterday, right?
Go ahead.
He missed PSG training, right?
Why?
Because he had a fallout with his wife. His wife took off like the wedding ring and stuff.
All right, whoa, stop. Okay, we're gonna come back to that. Because there is a whole story. Oh my, you know Icardi's story, yeah?
No.
Okay, excellent. Brad doesn't know it. The boys are G'd back there.
Oh,
There's okay.
the chickens are coming to roost.
It's important that we tell the whole story. Now, for those who don't know, we actually do have a running order. It has just been ripped up. Paulo Diaz, the Portuguese president of
Rip up the
everything
running
Portuguese, has sort of coined that term, is rip up the running order. That's just happened. Mauro Icardi has blown up my entire show. I spend about an hour on the running order every day. Doesn't matter. Mauro Icardi, you're more worth it. Got the boys. It's James in the back. It's Ryan in the back. It's Welcome in the back. It's Insizwa Ega Ikoloko Elenkini. Sipo Numalo in here. I've got Senzo Stebe, who is perusing, of course, naked pictures, perhaps videos. We don't know that yet. I don't know if he has Wi-Fi in his room. And then Brad, of course, just changing lives. Ladies and gentlemen, on the other side, the MKT show talks Mauro Icardi. Wowzers.
Ryan's got some abuse. I feel what he's going to say is very abusive because the two of them are in there with fat smiles on their faces.
They're going to talk about Man United.
This is
They're
gonna
gonna
get
get
very
small
abusive.
clubs.
I think you're gonna struggle. I think United's gonna struggle with this one.
Leicester?
I think
Of course,
so.
you think United
I'm
struggles all the
telling
time.
you.
Ugh. Don't listen to this guy. I've blocked him off. Listen,
No. The thing is, Vardy is still killing, and I just don't think United are in a place to take Leicester.
You guys act like Ronaldo doesn't score even when we're playing rubbish. You guys act like Ronaldo doesn't score even when we're playing rubbish.
I like how you guys just miss Ronaldo, but anyway, the fixture list.
I just want to say something. You know that if Vardy scores, he's
Ronaldo celebration.
Absolutely.
Of course he is.
Also,
Everyone-
guys, can we stop doing the whole Ronaldo thing?
Yeah,
There's
well,
11 players
that's-
on the field.
That's the thing. Senzo, come.
No, because
It's Ronaldo.
while that is Solskjaer's tactics, Ronaldo, that'll be because that's in guys today. Ronaldo, Fergie, 99, Keane, Klub, lads,
Ronaldo.
Ronaldo, Rashi, shrug shoulders.
But listen to this fixture list. Like, it's actually quite serious. Like, you guys laugh. Tomorrow we've got Leicester, right? Wednesday, the 20th of October, Atlanta. Sunday, the 24th of October, Liverpool. The 30th of October, Tottenham. The 2nd of November, Atlanta again. The 6th of November, Man City.
That sounds terrible. Sucks to be you guys.
Like,
But how many times haven't we seen it when Solskjaer's under pressure with a terrible run of games?
Those aren't the games he battles with.
yeah, it's...
If you go look historically, he doesn't battle with those games. He pulls out results.
So he's not going to respect Leicester.
Maybe not. But that's how I feel it is. It's like when there's a big team that he feels is of Manchester United's attention, he will pay attention. When it's the Burnleys and the Norwich and the Fulhams,
And the
and
Villas.
Villarreal's. Don't worry about them. They're small teams. You know, he's so stuck in the past. So I actually think we can be okay. So you're right. Maybe Leicester, maybe Atalanta.
Can I just ask, what do you think the score is going to be if Senzo's this like confident about it? I just want to know.
I'd say I'm confident.
Like what?
Whoa! I didn't say I'm
What
confident.
base are we going
You
to
see,
say?
you guys. The problem is you guys like to misquote me, and you guys.
Fake news.
You guys are. These guys are fake news merchants. I'd say I'm confident. If we win tomorrow, it will be by like. It will be an ugly 2-1.
It will be an ugly 2-1.
Actually, I'm putting my neck out. 3-0 United.
Whoa.
Wow.
What a bunch of shit humans.
James a douchebag.
Wow.
Yeah, ladies and
Wow,
gentlemen, that
wow,
is
wow.
James, you're a douchebag.
Wow. That. Now, James, at this stage, I now need to ask you, how long did that take you? Because, folks, James is super busy, right? He's got actually like 4 jobs behind the scenes for that you know. One man does 4 jobs, and that guy is somebody who has trimmed his beard, still hasn't had a haircut, and is obviously perusing, porn sites at night because now we're getting spammed on YouTube. But anyway, that's not the point. Is James, how long did that video take you? Because it was unbelievable.
I actually only worked on it for most of this morning, actually.
Incredible.
Yeah.
Look at Ryan, his hype man there. The 2 boys from the West Rand. I mean, obviously, you guys have given us Devil's Dorp, where the devil entered a block of flats. A lady killed a lot of people. So you guys thought, all right, let's bring the devil into the MKT show / PTP studio. So you guys, look how proud. Is Ryan rubbing his hands?
The thing is, right? Did Senzo really think we were going to let him get away with it? We went easy on him this morning. We didn't bring it up at all.
Yeah.
James was busy working on it, and then Senzo walked in, he had stopped, put it away. Then Senzo left the building.
Yes.
And we were like, you know what? We're going to hold back.
Yeah.
Because when 12 o'clock comes.
Wow. You guys are so proud of yourselves.
Listen here.
Who needs enemies?
Listen here. I see you 2 chose violence. My boys.
Yes.
Oh, you've just started something. And I hope you're this tight when I get you.
Oh, no.
Challenge accepted. Challenge
Don't
accepted.
do it, Senzo.
My boy-
3-0, Senzo.
No,
come
no,
on.
no. Ryan, I see-
4-2. That's
Ryan,
That's a beating.
I think I'm Ryan's hero. He always thinks about me. I like being thought of. But this, my boy, you're gonna hate me.
Oh my goodness.
You're gonna hate me.
Gracious.
I love it,
No.
boys. I love it.
No, Senzo, please.
Right.
Don't do
Alright.
it, Senzo.
Oh, because now Jim's now he's confident. I like That's what you started.
City,
Right.
bro.
Incredible.
Leicester City. By the way, MKT, you can take that scarf off. We don't need any. I mean, 4-2. That's
The
embarrassing.
Man
You can
United
take it.
one,
You
yeah.
can take it right off.
You're not on the show, so you wait a minute.
This is incredible. Now, for a lot of people, you may think I was aware of this. I was completely not. And I've been, obviously I was in Cape Town, where the best food and the best coffee still is in South Africa. So I was living a different life, and I've returned, and it's gone wild in here. I don't know what I don't know what kind of show Paolo's running here.
Wait.
Is Paolo letting you guys express yourselves? Because that's the problem now.
Just on the
You guys are all way too confident
just
in here.
in the comments.
And I'm here for it.
Just in the comments, one of our colleagues said, it's the consistency of Man United letting Senzo down for me. Laughing faces.
Simpiwe Mtetwa, who is, she's rocking at Cliff Central there. She's doing all of the technical stuff. Simpiwe is moving and grooving. So she is an extremely talented human being, and she is loving your downfall. So Senzo.
They're all in cahoots together.
You think so?
All of them.
It's the world against you.
You must see how they smile when the Man United lose, and I walk in, I'm just like, I'm going to get it now. And you do that smug thing. You don't talk about it. You act like you don't know what happened.
Yeah.
Then you go, let's hear it.
Yeah.
But there are 2 types of supporters in this
Senzo,
world.
I mean,
Well, hold on, Ryan. Brad's got something for
I'm
us.
just saying, there are 2 types of supporters in this world.
Yeah.
It's those that support Man United and those that don't.
Yeah, ABUs.
That's it. So just know there's a lot of hate.
Yeah.
Hey, bro, hey.
There's a broad shoulder sense.
Yeah.
I didn't want to say
I know,
anything.
it's hard.
Yeah, it's tough. I mean, listen, now, what I do need to say is that, Senzo, you maybe, according to my sources, you might be one of the most intolerable people on earth once Man United do win. So, do you care to confirm or deny those, Mr. Sitebe, at this stage? Would like an answer.
Leave me alone.
Oh my gosh. All right, he's been emotionally affected. Obviously, unlike James, spent his emotions emotionally cheating online at night. Allegedly, at this stage, we do need to find out why we're being spammed by porn sites. But that's incredible. All right, we're going to get to Mauro Icardi now because that is an electric story. Brad, what's happening, pal? How's the weekend? Moving and grooving, brand new haircut. You look incredible.
Oh, love that. Thank you.
Yeah.
Weekend was cool. It was fun. No exercise. It all starts as of today.
Yeah.
So I finally get started running again.
Yeah.
So I get to catch up to it's my boy in the back there.
Old James Earlsley, and we will talk about that in a little bit. Now, Jimbo, Mauro Icardi, I just want to give some context of this human being here. So let me quickly give you the backstory on Mauro Icardi before we all tuck into this one, because this is the greatest story on the planet. So I haven't seen it. Like I said, I was in Cape Town, aligning chakras, you know, working at a marathon, Cape Town Marathon. You may see me rocking the top. Incredible event, just world class, right? So I was living a whole different life, brutal, working all day, 3:30 starts in the morning. So I had no time. I had no time to catch up with an Argentine who is mad. But this guy, so for those who don't know, Mauro Icardi, right? There is a guy called Maximiliano Lopez who used to play for Argentina with him and then at Barcelona, but they were teammates.
What?
And at some stage, so Icardi's wife now, who is now also his agent, was actually Maxi Lopez's wife before and Maxi Lopez's agent. And there's a very famous meme, if you do look around, you're on the socials, but Maximiliano Lopez, right, when at Barcelona, while there was, Icardi slipped on past the keeper, crash, boom, bang. But here's the best part if you don't know about this guy. He went and got tattoos of Maxi Lopez's kids, right? After he took his wife from Maxi Lopez, he has tattoos of Maxi Lopez's kids on his arms. This is the guy we're dealing with. Now, Senzo, I think...
and he was best man at Maxi Lopez's wedding.
So this is the guy we're dealing with. Take me into what happened.
Right. This... so he's married to, what's her name? Wanda Nara.
Yeah.
That's the woman in question. Yeah. She posted a picture yesterday without, so she took her wedding ring off, and the caption was, "Good day, I like my hand better without a ring."
Boy, oh boy.
So yesterday, Mauro Icardi went AWOL. PSG were looking for him because he had training.
Yes.
Turns out he went to Milan to go salvage his marriage.
Without telling anyone?
Yeah, without telling anyone, because apparently Wanda's angry with Icardi because he's apparently having an affair.
Yeah.
With an Argentinian model, China Suarez.
Yes.
So Icardi is just a mess, guys.
Well, there's so many things to this dynamic, Brad. Now we know what this guy is. What are you thinking?
He just likes to dip his fingers in lots of different bowls.
Yeah.
I don't know.
You know what the thing is, Brad, and I mean you would have. I hate to kind of tell people this, but it is a reality. It's like we all have our role to play in life, and one of the most powerful sort of groups of people in the world are sportsmen, right? Mm-hmm. Between the ages of 20 and 35, if you're still in the mix, you are one of the most iconic figures, wherever you are. South Africa, we know what. So this will shock people. It's just because we're finding out. I mean, let me tell you something. Especially when I moved to Russia, because Russia moves very differently. I saw a whole new world. But there's a whole underbelly of guys and girls, and it's happening. And so although this is shocking, it goes on more often than not. And there are actually girls, if you look even in the Premier League, there are girls who've dated a few guys in the Premier League. You look in the NBA, there are well-known girls who they are dating. So these girls exist, right? They're all about footballers and whatever. So I don't know what you're thinking about. This is insane, eh?
Well, there were little stories like that running around camp as well with us, but obviously not to this magnitude because these people roll in different financial realms than what we do.
Yeah.
But I don't know if you guys ever checked Wan-Bissaka's story.
Do you maybe want to break that first? Because I do know that.
Yeah, so Wan-Bissaka had a web of, I think, 4 or 5 girls that you would jump between. You would boot one, throw on a plane, fly someone else over, boot that one, throw that one on a plane.
Man had a roster.
Like no one's business. But I don't even think I'm allowed to say what one of the ladies called him out doing.
Yeah.
I don't know if I'm allowed to say it.
Yeah. No, this is...
Okay, so supposedly, and it's gross.
Yeah, no,
It's
this
so
is
gross.
fine. This is fine. We're on the internet.
Supposedly, this chick-
James is doing porn on his phone
anyway,
and
this-
affecting our algorithm.
this
So
is fair.
nothing's.
So supposedly he would finish his business in
Yeah.
a bird, and then he would go and gobble up straight afterwards.
Wow.
And that's all over the internet as well.
So you're not. Yeah, this is not. You're not casting aspersions.
Man, imagine. Understand that the guy doesn't like anything going past his goalie.
Yeah.
And he kicks everything that moves. But
Yes.
geez, I don't know that he likes to finish his own stuff.
Yeah. No, it's
it's terrible.
Cleans up his own mess.
Terrible. So I don't know. Footballers live a very different life nowadays. I don't know if their pockets are too heavy. They're actually quite bored of their lives.
Yeah.
But this is mad.
I mean, we saw what happened with Kyle Walker. We saw what happened
Wayne
with
Bridge,
Yeah.
John Terry.
Terry, Rooney now. Although Rooney, it's just who he is now because we know that started way back. There was already stories when he was 16 about what he was up to, and Colleen Rooney is maybe the most OG person in the world.
Yeah,
she hasn't said a word.
No, nothing. She just spends his money.
And,
That's chill.
and also, she builds her brand. Like, I'm Colleen Rooney, I'm getting my own show. It's cool, Wayne, you go do that. And she keeps it moving. But this Mario Kart guy is incredible, right?
But this Icardi story as well, right? Do you know what the thing is? Because she was angry with him. She
Yes.
said, yeah. So she first tweeted, your own wife, imagine. And it was Mother's Day yesterday in Argentina.
But you know what the thing is, right? You know what the thing is? And people make this mistake. People will go and cheat with somebody. And every girl you enter into a relationship through the you're on it's a time bomb. You're about to be replaced.
But the thing is, Mario Icardi, you know, for me, he didn't do anything wrong. He was single at the time.
So do we know that though? Like, okay,
That's true though.
no, but but again, I love that she thinks, oh my goodness, I can't believe it happened to me.
How did you get
But
him?
you did it with him. To your ex-husband. We know that.
Yeah.
So it's not like you should be shocked.
And you use the kids against Lopez. So Maxi Lopez says it makes him sick that Icardi used his own kids against him.
No, but tell me about her. Why is she letting him get tattoos? But it lets you know what a mess they both are. She's saying the father of my kids, and also he's a little bit famous. He played for Boca Juniors, Maxi
Honestly.
Lopez. He was the number 9 for Boca Juniors. So it's not like some useless like me who no one would care. This guy was one of the biggest idols in Argentina. Don't worry about it. Here's another idol guy. Put it on his arms.
It's amazing. Maybe they were actually his kids to start off with. You never know.
Hey, Brad. Brad.
Right, that's
If
a real
Maxi
thing.
Lopez is watching you might have shattered his world.
Yeah.
Might be thinking, good. No, man.
Surely.
I've always wondered. Because, you know, Icardi's got that sort of Serbian look going.
Yeah, he does.
Amazing. Just amazing, bro. I mean,
Apparently he was PSG.
so you didn't pull a Kyrie Irving.
They said, don't go handle yours.
Right, James. I mean, obviously there's been, according to my sources over the last few months, following some stuff. Obviously you've taken care of that business now by actually re-engaging and changing your life. But there has been whispers from the Northwest that your lady was on the market in her own mind because she kept up the workouts and you and again. So you've been in world, but actually the wing backs need to over we want to keep it simple. Is what victim if you hadn't changed your life of it yourself, where I mean, oh my goodness, Mario Kart.
Dude, it's so wild.
It's incredible, eh?
Like, how do you do this? And then, so wait, hang on. The Icardi and Maxi Lopez thing, right?
Yes.
That was at Barca.
No, so
It was at
Argentina. So you must keep in mind they both play for Argentina.
Right.
And they both played for Sampdoria.
Yeah. But Maxi Lopez at that stage was
The only thing for me is the tattoo thing. Honestly, your kids
Yeah.
while I'm with your wife.
Okay, and what do you think of the wife allowing him to? Icardi, he's clearly an enigma, right? Tattoo guy, he loves you.
In your head at some point that something's really weird here, guys.
It's called loyalty, guys.
Yeah.
Loyalty. You're looking out
loyalty.
for your woman.
Yeah.
And potentially your kids.
Yeah.
Brad.
We're going to stay open to that. Because, look, ultimately, you know what? There's an ugly side to this, but like whatever, we're not going to get into it. Ultimately, there's only one victim, right? Or two victims in this case, is no one cares about the adults. Like, I don't care how Icardi's life goes from here. I don't care how the woman's life goes. I don't, quite frankly, fault is doing for his wife. Icardi doing it for her, or she wasn't doing it. What about the kids? The kids are the only victims in this situation. Everyone else is a shithouse.
Yeah. My thing is as well, you know, Maxi Lopez and Messi are good friends.
Mm-hmm.
Messi's just like this guy.
Wait, is Icardi in this? That's over. That's over. Especially now, I'm pretty.
It's like if this guy's playing, I'm out.
No, that's a real thing. Yeah.
You said you mustn't select this guy.
Outside of this being just weird, do these people just not have morals?
James, come
James,
on.
boo.
Come on.
Boo, James.
Who's this guy?
Boo.
All right, James, we've heard enough from you. I mean,
just because you're a good Christian boy.
come on, James. The plus, I mean, come on.
It's basic morals. It
James.
doesn't. It's not like good Christian boy morals. It's
James.
basic first level morals.
I like our innocent.
That's awesome, isn't it?
Saint Sidians, just saying.
It is.
And
The
he's-
Bible. It's like things are supposed to be fine. They are fine. Hey, what do we do? Hey, James, that's good. You know what you do, James? You give the world hope to say there's still salt of the earth. You know what I mean, Brent?
Yeah.
Like, there we go. Like, James said that with conviction. What about the morals?
No, Polzoff breeds non-scumbags.
I said nobody ever, but Brad, you have said it. All right. Hey, shout out to Cardi. He's taking care of business. I mean, his house, as you say, there's water in the house, and it may very well be too late now because it's a double-story house. The pipe has burst downstairs and underneath the house.
She unfollowed him
on social media.
She said, "Nice."
And by 2021 standards, we understand actually, it's his mother passing away to him would be less of a tragedy than his wife unfollowing him on social media. We know how people love social media now. What a mad world. Thank you, Icardi, because we need content. I'm in the content business. I'm in the...
Offered him.
I mean, now, because Leo... They're going to start listening, because... At that level, and Ronaldo, remember when I told you guys Ronaldo will force his way out of Juventus, and you guys all said I was crazy. When you get to Messi's level, they don't tolerate anything that's going to affect their bubble. Brad, you know this. The top players control the environment, and if you start to affect it a little bit, because the top guys need routine.
Yeah,
they don't do What will happen now is he will be training with the second team in January, arrivederci, and will pay you to leave. That's going to happen. That's going to happen. Because the last
Messi got to PSG, Icardi was like, "Oh,
cares enough." Like if you behave like this, that's Icardi.
He doesn't get his.
Lopez, I'm actually a star."
Yeah.
I'm not.
Wife is actually into tall guys. It's just same village, I believe. Messi and Gunty, tall guys. And then now we never know. We have to. A wise woman says to me all the time, "Be open to outcomes." And Brad, that possibility. All right, James, I want to talk about something that's happening in your life. Come back. James, I'm like, okay, what days are we doing this weekend? I didn't realize, Brad, you and James this morning, you guys are back on track. Jimbo, you're obviously trying to change your life. Before we come to you, obviously James has become the gym guy now, where he's walking around pronouncing to the whole world, oh, yeah, see, my claws are so sore, Gus. You know that guy? So he's that guy now. He's full on into it. But last week, Brad, we started with James, and we did a podcast, and there was a whole thing. Touched many people's hearts, by the way. I've got some great feedback on it.
Amazing.
So what did you guys get up to last week? What did you make James do? I want to kind of let's get into it before we go to a break.
Okay, so we took him through a big assessment protocol. From there, obviously I had to build a plan for him and take him through the plan. Okay, so I think it was Monday was our assessment day. Wednesday and Friday we started the big transition into movement. We did a running test for my boy over here on Wednesday. He nearly died. You should have heard him. He as much as he said he couldn't breathe, he didn't stop talking. So I think that's why he couldn't breathe.
Yeah, stop talking.
Just like, I can't breathe.
So wait, is this while he's running?
While he was running. So we did a little Cooper test, a little 12-minute. Did a K, I did 1.77 Ks in those 12 minutes. But he yapped the entire time.
Sounds like
said he was going to pass out.
Yes, whinging. Just... Oh my goodness.
Holding on. Stuff. Operating, running in. He did have his vaccine done. Said he felt a bit flat, a bit light. If he was pregnant or not. Either way, he did very well today. Small goals each and every week and not trying to kill him.
So, like, what does that mean? I mean, you know, when we say small goals to tanks like you, a small goal is, I don't know, 50 push-ups in 2 minutes or a minute or whatever. So for you, when we talk about James, just give us a very practical, just one example of what you're thinking.
Okay, so a goal would be for James to do a run 3 times a week, usually within our sessions, and to be able to get to at least between 12 and 15 minutes. Another goal would be for him to do just a negative push-up, which is the descent portion of the push-up, to do that comfortably without breaking his postural form. So that'll be another goal that we have to get to. We attempted that a bit today. He struggled a bit, but he completed it, which is great.
It's the building blocks. All right, Jimbo, from Brad, obviously, one of the things about Brad is he's also one of the nicest people I've ever met. Is obviously I'm not going to be as nice. Jimbo, lots of whinging out there, pal. Does let you know how far you've let it go, and give us your take from your side. How was last week, Bert? Are you stacked already? Are you doing the shirt in the mirror thing? Are you already going, my chin looks different? Like, well, what's your mentality? How was last week? Run us through it, Jimbo.
Damn, last week was hard. I'm not going to lie to you. I was exhausted by Friday. Tuesday was one of the worst days of my life. But I think...
Was that the running test?
Yeah. So we started on the Tuesday. Because remember, we had the show on the Monday and then we were starting... So we started on the Tuesday. That was all the body tests and stuff. And then the Wednesday was the running, right?
Yes.
Yeah, that is it.
So that's where...
So wait, was Tuesday or Wednesday the worst day of your life?
Wednesday, I'm sorry.
Wednesday, okay. Wednesday morning, that's when you came in and just telling us about how sore you are. And everyone needs to know that James is now starting gym. So he's already there 2 days into it.
Friday actually wasn't that bad. I did a 10-minute run with... I think there was a point for about 3 to 5 seconds where I held onto the treadmill.
Sounds like a bit more. I mean, Brad was saying it was a bit more than that.
I did catch him out when he did that.
Oh, is it?
He did.
Yeah.
You don't
want to be holding on. Yeah. Otherwise, you're not getting any fitter, which is
exactly
the whole point. But go ahead there, Jim.
So yeah, Friday was actually really good. And then this morning, it's getting back into the rhythm of the week again.
So what did you do this morning, James? I mean, take us through it. We weren't there. I mean, what time were you there? People don't know this because James usually wants to be up at like 8 o'clock. croutons in bed. James is the type of monster who eats in bed croutons for breakfast. Oh, a little snacky poo, maybe you know what I mean, little snacky poo muffin from last night. This was the old days, James. Not now. Obviously, what time did and we're talking like 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock wake up call on a weekend. James, vibes, my butt. But now, James, what time were you there? What time do you have to get up? Take me into it, pal.
I was there at, I think, like 5:15 on the dot this morning, actually.
Okay, so late. I mean, you should 5:15. You need to be ready. But
wasn't 5:15 what we agreed on?
Yeah, no, but you're supposed to be ready at 5:15. You don't arrive at 5:15. How's it, Brad? Because I know James as well. But if we don't be, we're so different as people. James is actually, he gets into an environment, James. How's it, guys? Your vibes, you know what I mean? He'll come, he wants to chat to everyone and coffee, hey, whereas I'm the guy, I get you, and hey, hear it, and I'm past you, and I'm here to do what I do.
You don't have to.
So really, James, you probably only started exercising at like 5:30 because you weren't ready. Then you had to warm up, so you're already late, and now just push back their schedule for you, James. But I mean, you changing your life is a great thing. So maybe we must just accommodate you so your whole life changes the shape of the whole gym as well. Because the gym isn't also 10 gyms. There's only limited space, especially for the functional training. I do use the same gym, and in fact train with the same person as you, and so you were late and you've completely ruined Brad's day, because the next client now, who probably has a big Monday morning meeting, is now 15 minutes late. But Jimbo, as long as you're getting yours, you know what I'm saying, pal?
MKT, why are you this guy?
No, I mean, James, hey?
This guy.
All right, Jimbo, so you're an excellent human being, and dude, to be honest, I am loving this, because on a very real note, I mean, James, how old are you now?
25 in like 3 months.
All right, so we'll do a podcast probably later this week or next week, kind of catch up on week 1 and 2. Maybe we should do it next week. Not very professional to kind of be thinking about it on the show, just to catch up on week 1 and 2. It's good to review your work, you know what I mean? But on a very real note, James, and we'll talk about it more, obviously, when we do the pod, is that I love that at the age of 25, and go to the break. We'll go to break in about a minute. But you know what I love about you? You know what? We're gonna just keep going. Otherwise, we do at 25, because I was maybe the being just an awful human to everyone around me, and you were able. But you did us on this planet don't do, is you said to yourself, not only am I going to do something about it, I'm actually going to do something about it. Because a lot of people will tell you, okay, starting October, Sally, keep it moving. Actually are doing something about it, and as you're finding out, it's a little tougher when you actually have to do what you say you're going to do. You know what I'm saying, Jimbo?
So I was actually, I think I told Brad this, but like last week when I had to wake up for the first day, I was obviously very, very tired. But by the time we got to like Friday, it was actually a lot easier to get out of bed, like as my alarm went off.
Yeah.
And that made like, there was like a click in my head, like almost like made what this journey is going to be a lot easier, if that makes sense.
James, what did you say that you heard in your head the second you woke up? It was a voice that you don't like to hear, ever.
What, when I woke up on Friday?
On Friday, yeah. It's the voice that you hear every single day of your life that you didn't want to hear.
Oh, MKT's voice? Yeah.
In your head.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a nightmare. And what was that voice saying to you, Jimbo? Oh, no.
Are you sure you don't want to go to an ad break?
No, James. You're the producer director. Let's hear what the voice is saying to you. I mean, it sounds like a good voice to hear early in the morning, like birds chirping out the window, and then me. Wow. Wowzers.
Well, just so everyone knows, MKT was not in the room with him.
No. I wasn't doing a sleepover where I was the little spoon. No. No, that's which. By the way, if it was happening, I'd be happy to say it. It's just this wasn't happening on this occasion. I wasn't at James's house on this occasion due to me being aggressively heterosexual. But
Unbelievable. Why are you this guy, dude?
I mean, yeah. So Jimbo, what did this voice have to say to you?
I think it was something related to what you guys spoke to in your podcast. Am I right?
With the alarm clock thing.
Well, yeah, you said when you woke up, you actually something is playing through your head based on what MKT said to you within your podcast.
So, remember on our one-on-one pod that we did where we spoke about the whole, like, if you snooze your alarm, you've lied to yourself, kind of thing.
Yeah, and that's important to. Sorry, let's stop on that message. It's awesome that at 5 o'clock that's what's now in your head, because it is quite brutal. Is my policy there is once you snooze your alarm, it's the first lie you've told yourself that day, and the rest of your day you'll let other things go. And I want to say this to James because this is a journey. I've been through it for the last 8 years, and I'm still not where I want to be as a person. Is that listen, nothing is everything, right? Nothing is everything, but everything is something. So everything matters is once you've lied to yourself by snoozing your alarm, because you made a promise to yourself to say, I'll be up at that time. You break that promise. That's a lie. Jimbo, go ahead. Wow, this is brutal at 5 a.m.
Yeah.
So you heard that, huh?
Yeah.
And your first thoughts? Like, oh man, this guy's a douchebag, but he's what, right, wrong? I hate him.
I did have some choice French words as to why you were in my head at 4 o'clock in the morning.
4 letters, huh? Yeah, that's tough. All right, Jimbo, so you're up, you're at him, you're doing push-ups with the correct form, and hey, but that's an awesome thing. But James, let's finish off on this before I come back to the guys here, is that I love, again, that you executed. You know, a lot of people don't realize that actually talent is praised, but execution is worshipped everywhere you go. Is that most people wouldn't take the leap you've taken, is do something about it, because it's hard, right, James? Like where you are now is you were not happy with yourself, and it puts everything else in perspective. It's like it's a little bit shameful to you. We spoke about it on the pod. You're a little bit ashamed when your mom says something, whoever, and now you're uncomfortable in clothes, which means you feel anxious about how people see you. You know what I mean? And you did something about it at the age of 25. I want to give you a big kudos, dude. It's an awesome thing, and it's going to be still bloody hard, but it's an awesome thing. It's an awesome thing.
I think one of the hardest things we've done so far, which really made me realize I was I was in deep, was this morning with the, what did Brad call them? Negative push-ups?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was really difficult. Like that was really, really hard. That and the 12-minute run. And those two things made me realize, like, we're in it now, buddy.
Yeah, we got some problems, but we're gonna fix it.
Yeah,
that's what I love. And I think he said something there, Brad, which is probably a big part of what you do, and you've spoken about it. Is like, it's easy enough to show up at the gym. Maybe the first 3 times, it's the honeymoon. It's excited. I'm changing my life. And then when you know when James, especially when you did the body tests on the first day, because like even me coming back to you now in training is, you don't actually realize how much you've let it go, because you only ever you know. Part of sort of neuroscience has shown that our brain is evolved to block out trauma, especially the major traumatic stuff. So you always remember yourself as the best, fittest version of yourself in your mind. And then you come back and you have scientists actually do targeted testing and you go, my God, is this what I am?
Yeah, exactly. It's one of those things, and especially with where James was on the Wednesday morning. Wednesday morning, he wasn't in a good place. He rocked up with his flat peak, basically covering one eye.
Yeah, we saw that.
Yeah, and he hated every second of that session.
Yeah.
So, yeah, 100% right. And he wasn't expecting the hurt that was coming. And
here comes the pain.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And then when Friday rocked up, I think he was expecting a lot worse. He was actually prepared for it this time round. And he did quite well, which I think was a bit of a confidence booster for him.
No, that's excellent. And that other part that he spoke about was, as Friday was, to make that mental switch of, because people also get into this thing, right, Brad? And I think you're probably the best example here, is that everybody thinks being a professional sportsman, the lead singer of a band, it's like they think when you are a pro baller, every day is awesome. But actually, you're still human. You're still fighting with your mom, dad, girlfriend. Life's still pulling at you. And when you have a bad day, that's the time for something called character. Like, hey, pitch up.
I was about to say those exact words. Yeah, definitely. So, yeah, James, we've got a good few things coming up as of Wednesday. You will have to do some stuff tomorrow morning, though, just so you know. So I will know if you've gone into your Google Drive to see if you've actually checked it out.
Yes.
But there will be a lot more expectations on you from this week onward. Because you do have a very big test that MKT set out for you as of the 25th of Jan.
Yeah. So half marathon, that's happening. Somebody who saw you out having a steak or whatever it was with your lady, Paul Mochale, he sent me a message saying, I saw Brad. He's looking great. I'm not sure if you'd had the haircut yet. He didn't compliment you on the haircut. Maybe Paul's a terrible person. But Paul will be coming to train with you as well.
Can't wait.
You know, that's going to happen. By the way, for those who don't know what Brad's talking about, is James is also committed to a half marathon, which I'm more than happy to pay for, by the way. I'll pay all entry fees and whatever is needed to get there. So, and tragically, I will be there as well. So James at 4 a.m. got up and he thinks that wasn't real. Is now it's actually going to be real. Is I'm literally going to be there. And what James doesn't know is we will have targets for that, and I will expect us to do a marathon at a certain pace, but we do it properly because we'll build with Brad and we're doing it scientifically, and it's about James's health, but it's also about, hey, you're a bit of a butt as well. I'm not as nice as Brad. Now James knows this. I will write a number down once I see the progress and listen to the numbers from Brad, but I will expect James to probably do a 5.5 minute K per K marathon right until the end, in and around there. I'm not saying that is the absolute number, but now James knows as well that's coming down the road. Let's go, Jimbo. You're basically Eliud Kipchoge, but way, way, way taller. There he is. Terrible thumbs up. Still no dexterity. That is a guy who is not used to showing us the guns. He's done one negative.
Is he sniffing his armpit?
Yeah, I'm not sure what he's up to there. Still, just incredible. Absolutely incredible. All right, Jimbo, that is magnificent. So, Brad, I mean, I will also, I will be back training this week. James, just want to tell you something that happened to me this weekend. I ran up Table Mountain. Not a very fun experience. I went up Platteklip Gorge and went back down. Yeah, it's a brutal scene. So, I mean, James, maybe, I'm not saying you should, but to November 28th, there is a trail run that I'm doing. You know, I'm doing 100 Ks. Maybe you pop by, you do the 20K. I'm just saying, it is in the mountains though, so maybe let's slow down. You know what I'm saying, Jimbo? Maybe not.
Yeah, baby steps.
All right, just keeping you on your toes. But James, I'm very proud. And the mentality thing, Brad, is such an... And you always talk about mentality oaks, mentality chicks. I love that James, already in the first week, is not saying it's going perfectly. Because you know how a lot of people would lean on that.
No, definitely. And we also know that with a guy like James... he will moan because that's what he does.
Yeah, that's true.
He will he will moan less and less.
Yes.
Till he actually wears a vest and hopefully gets a tan at the same time.
Wait, did we say wears a vest and gets a tan?
Yeah.
Like a wife beater?
Just a vest.
Just a vest, yeah. I mean,
you call it what you want.
Yeah, we don't use those terms anymore because it's 2021 and we care about society. You know what I mean? James, by the way, you also an important thing to keep an eye on, James, is that he is not using his bamboo cup that he bought, because let me tell you, also the whinging with James, like, because you also need to know as a trainer what type of person you're working with, and let me save you the agony. Okay, gives me a hard time because obviously I'm trying to save dolphins. I care about nature, and I'm just a better person than James. We all know that.
Wow.
Now he gives me a hard time. Oh, you're that guy now. You know, you're the northern suburbs Santon girl with your own bamboo cup. So he's giving me the gears. Cool, I'll accept it. 2 days later, he buys a bamboo cup. Right. Since then, I haven't seen him use it. So also just keep an eye on James, is that he'll buy the stuff to make it look like he's going to get into the lifestyle. Well, I don't know what he is. And James, just your thoughts on killing more sort of turtles, because you are still using single plastic instead of the bamboo cup you paid, like, by the way, it's like $300 for. I think it's $300 for that big cup. It's not cheap.
Well, didn't you have a Woolies still water bottle on you today?
Who's that? Yeah,
What?
James. I mean, what are we doing? Why are you still using single-use plastic?
I actually bought it.
Oh
'cause-
no, we can't hear you. We cannot hear you at the moment. All right, James. Now I can hear you. James not happy with the other guys there. He's got a whole crew with him.
Stitched him
Yeah,
up.
he's the gym guy now as well. He can enforce him. He's an enforcer now. Yeah, so James,
He's a breaker.
you're just killing him. So what, all the turtles, they don't deserve to live. A single-use cup. Why did you buy the bamboo cup then?
So I bought it because I have been meaning to get one of those thingies.
Mm-hmm.
First of all, and secondly, we all moved, like the area that we used to work in, and now we work in a different area. So I also bought it for that because I didn't know what the cup situation was like for coffee.
Uh-huh.
And now it's also summer
Uh-huh.
and really, really hot,
Yeah.
especially in this room currently right now.
Yeah.
So I don't drink that much coffee in the summer
Okay.
as I would in the winter. Like
Yeah.
if it was winter, I would use it like 5 times a day. But
Okay. Okay, so what does that have to do with killing turtles?
that's why I bought the cup. You asked me the question.
No.
I answered the question.
The cup's not for you to drink 8 cups of coffee. The cup, the bamboo thing, is also functional. Like, it's so that turtles don't choke on your cup. You know what I mean? But again, James, I'm a better person. Basically, this is what it says. And it's a long road ahead for Brad as well. Because you know what's happened here, James, is everyone's thinking about you. What about Brad? What about the whinging, huh? I think he needs you, Mr. St. Stidians, coming with your single-use plastic cup, killing turtles, and going, oh, can't breathe. This is not vibes. Is that what you think, James?
If I can jump in for James.
Oh, here we go. He's side man now. This
I'm
voice,
just saying
Ryan
what
from the
he
West
doesn't wanna
Strand,
say.
Devil's Daughter. Yes.
Big
all
brother.
right. The Big Boy Club. All right, the Big Boy Club at
These
the
are some
back.
bullies, bro.
Yeah, let's hear it, Brian.
The thing is, and I think I've told you guys this many times, there's no turtles in Johannesburg. So who are we actually saving here?
Says Mr. Sugar here.
No, this is the guy we have to deal with. I mean,
This is
that's the
Sugar.
mentality. Yeah.
Lord Sugar.
There's no turtles in Johannesburg.
Yeah.
It's awesome, eh?
I love it.
No, you're awesome, Ryan. Keep that mentality. I like it. It's you do what you got to
Look
do.
at that face,
Johannesburg,
please.
I mean,
Hey?
so they actually just trying to make us use paper straws, which no one likes, by the
So
way.
I kind of like
just
that
speaking for
mentality.
the
Is
public.
there's no you know what, Ryan, is there's no hawks in here, so we might as well just keep using the mosquito repellent that kills other birds. You know what I mean? Doesn't matter. There's no hawks here anyway. You know, the hawks that are dying in America because some of the plants are being obviously what do you call the stuff that keeps the pests away?
Pesticide.
Yeah, pesticide.
then-
Don't worry about it. There's no hawks in Africa.
But then don't blame the turtles. I mean, why are we using the turtles as
No,
like
no, Ryan. Is he not a good listener? This is why you're a bachelor. I'm not blaming the turtles. I'm blaming James. James is the problem, not the turtles. The turtles were here, by the way. Ryan, I've got breaking news for you, and you're not going to believe this. They were here billions of years before you. So it's not the turtles' fault.
So then why is it our fault?
Yeah, because you're
They've
here
been here
now.
for billions of years.
What are you thinking? Like we're new? So you almost look at it like, hey, you used to live in this house. I paid for the house now. Get the hell out.
What's it called? Land expropriation. What is it?
Yeah, nigga, yeah. No, it's.
No, I'm just saying that everybody's using this turtles thing as an excuse, but like, who are we? There's no turtles here.
Where?
And if there is,
Yeah.
I just want to say you're committing a crime. It's very much illegal to have turtles here.
Yeah.
You shouldn't have turtles. So therefore, it shouldn't be a problem if James wants to drink his plastic Mountain Falls water, by the way.
Yeah, he's more than entitled to do it.
And where's your coffee cup, James?
His single-use plastic.
Uh,
Oh no, there's
No,
problems in the camp
other
now
one you
because
had
you guys are
this
supposed to
morning.
stick together, and now Ryan's turned on James. What's happened there, guys?
It was bound to happen.
Yeah, oh no, this quickly. I thought, Ryan, I'm not sure. James, did you see how that went? At the beginning, he was defending you. He's then turned it around in minutes.
Judas Iscariot.
30 pieces of silver.
For measly 30 rand.
Now, hold on, James.
He's turned it around
Yeah.
for $30.
30 land. Yes, Sipho and
all I'm simply saying is this, and I'm trying to tell everyone this is a scam.
Sure.
You get the same water out of this as you do out of the tap downstairs for free.
Hey, Ryan, you are all
You
over the
wouldn't know.
place.
You wouldn't know because you don't drink water.
But everybody tells me water tastes like nothing. So how is everybody coming and telling me that now water tastes different? Like,
Okay,
what's
but
the story
Ryan,
here?
here's the thing about being 26 is you can also taste the water and express what you think the water tastes like. You don't need to come to me for what water tastes like.
Honestly.
Do you know what? Evolution has done something for you. It's evolved the tongue for you. One of the most sensitive organs ever. By the way, billions of scent receptors on your tongue. You can decide. Like hey, Ryan, you figured out tying your shoelace. Imagine water.
Yeah, but then why is everybody's giving me hell about not drinking water? And then when they all tell me water tastes like nothing, but I'm like, no, it tastes like.
No, Ryan, you're saying that. I'm not. Nobody's saying water tastes like nothing. Nobody who you should listen to says that. Like, are you on Coca-Cola.com drinkers / sugar.com?
I do enjoy the occasional Coke, and they do have a water department, by the way, but I don't support that either because I know it's a scam as well.
Unbelievable.
Okay,
hang on.
Ryan, that's all.
I believe the world is flat. Is a flat.
We've heard enough from you from now because you heard that, eh?
Yeah.
First, he said in James's defense, he's then turned it around to now James has a problem with this single-use scam. I mean, and I like that Ryan's all over the place as well. It became about the scam. It's not even about the plastic anymore.
You said it like that type of controversy only comes from one side of the family.
Yes. Yeah.
Hey, right? Only one side of the family.
I was defending. He buys. But
That.
wow.
Oh my God.
you have 2 cups.
Yeah, in fact 3. I left one at the airport now. So that was a couple of weeks ago. So I've actually had 3, but I've got 2 currently. Yeah.
But no, see, James's bamboo cup leaked last week.
So you must take it
Yeah,
back.
remember you said it leaked. But then I said, well, then why did you even buy a bamboo cup? Like, if it's gonna, why don't you just have a regular cup?
So Ryan, I've got some news for you. Perhaps it's leaking at the top. By the way, your presumption is that it's like an old bucket, James. I'm presuming actually the seal at the top may have leaked.
I don't remember saying it leaked.
You guys are all over the place. We've heard enough from you. You guys are
Honestly.
terrible. Hey, people have to listen to that now. Imagine being on the podcast and listening to these guys trying to sort it out. Absolutely incredible.
This is great. Yeah, that's exactly it.
Andrew Harrison on. By the way, you can comment on YouTube, like, share, subscribe, do all of that. Andrew Harrison says, "I'm starting to see how those Krugersdorp people believe that lady's stories about being a Satanist." Brad, you're awesome. Brad, you probably thought you're going to come here and inspire people on a Monday.
Yeah, obviously not.
Yeah,
This is a very tough crowd.
yeah,
We spoke about.
I know that there is a group,
Yeah.
though, from the Dorp
yeah,
that also believe that if you get your second shot,
yeah,
vaccine shot,
yes.
in 3 to 4 years, you will become the Antichrist. So
Oh,
it's
my
obviously the same squadron
Yeah,
that are
yeah,
with Devil's Dorp.
No, absolutely.
They're special
Absolutely.
people.
The Dorp, eh? Hey,
Right?
Senzo.
Oaks are so different.
What do you think of my man? There's no turtles in Joburg. My man.
Yeah.
You know, it's an awesome. He's awesome. We need to get Ryan in the mix more because sometimes you think to yourself, okay, people figured out tying their shoelace and then they did times table. By the time they're 26, they'll say stuff, you know, that shouldn't amaze you.
Yeah.
But here I am hearing that.
As
Water's a scam.
As Future the Rapper says, sensational. It's just sensational.
All right, and put up Andrew Harrison again. I want to see what that comment said.
That's unbelievable. That's the most sensational comment I've ever seen.
Andrew Harrison says, I'm starting to see how the Krugersdorp people believe that lady's stories about being a Satanist. And you have to agree when you hear that there's no turtles here. That's a reason for me to not care about plastic from Ryan. It's just sensational. This is a guy, and also, I need to be a bit more sensitive. Ryan just found out that he's 1/4 Jewish, and that is an emotional evolution that he's undergone. So I'm not being sensitive.
Emotional adjustment, yeah.
It is, eh? It's gone from non-kosher to kosher. So
No more cheeseburgers.
Yeah.
Can't have bacon.
So you know what? I haven't acknowledged Ryan's going through some stuff. That's so selfish of me
It
to
is.
just judge him
At
off
least
what
you're
he's...
considerate. At least you're considerate now. It's you're aware of it now.
I'm growing, hey?
Yeah. It's baby steps.
Yeah, no, it's true. Hey, one step at a time. As they say, Biki marked Meer, which James wouldn't know because he is a terrible representation of Afrikaans people. He has no clue, by the way. Absolutely no clue what that means. We'll do some podcasting, and Brad, I hope as we grow this, bro, it's also, you know, I'm extremely, on a very serious note, I'm super proud of James, and what I'm excited that, and I said it on the podcast, I'm excited the man James will become, not just for himself, because he has a mother, he has a brother, he has brothers, he has people he works with here. The man he has to become to deliver on the promises that he makes is always more exciting for me than anything else.
Yeah, I guess my only role would be to ensure that he stays as accountable as possible.
Yeah.
And it would be the same for you.
Yeah.
Being his big brother.
Absolutely. No, we're going to get it this week. I'm back for a little bit and we'll be back on it. So
Just
Brad,
crack the whip,
yeah,
please.
no, it's on, hey? Yeah, got to set the example. Be the change you want to see. Brad, thank you so much, bro.
Cool. Thank you, guys.
All right, so there we've heard it. There are no turtles in Johannesburg, so just buy plastic, says Ryan Tinline. Newly kosher, all kosher some of the time. Ryan Tinline finding out he's 1/4 Jewish and it's changed him. The flavor has changed, right? Like his water, he only drinks, he likes it fizzy. It's got to have flavor. And people are telling Ryan, water tastes like nothing, and he'll buy it. And by that I mean he won't buy it at the shop. He'll just buy you telling him stuff. Has he figured out his shoes tying them? We don't know this. Ladies and gentlemen, the MKT show, much more coming up after this.
How are you feeling, James?
There's a man with a flat peak. His name James Ilsley, as we can see there, watching the Bafana Bafana game now. We don't know if he's feeling terrible or because he had to watch Bafana Bafana.
How are you feeling, James?
Both are possible for feeling terrible. There he is, shaking his head.
It's only been 2.5 minutes.
Incredible stuff. James Ilsley, an athlete, a man, a son, an inspiration. We'll see the video again. We've got some audio on it now.
It's only been 2.5 minutes.
Gotta love it. 2 minutes 45. All right. That's James Ilsley. That is a man who is chasing the dream. Chasing the dream. Health, wellness, you know, who knows, also trying to save his relationship. Perhaps, I'm saying, I'm not sure that's a thing. I'm just saying people respond to incentives. But yeah, on a very serious note, James, absolutely freaking legendary to get going and take care of business. I do love it. We might as well get to this now, is a little bit of social media, because I do want to talk about some of the things that are happening on the socials. So Senzo Sifebi, who is with me wearing a great sweater, old school, very 80s 90s sweater. I kind of like it. It's classic. It's classic.
It's warm as well.
Yeah, Senzo, what you got for me, pal?
Oh yes, Fabrizio Romano.
Ciao, Fabrizio.
Yeah, Fabrizio, man. What was he not? Oh, he says Manchester United are still backing Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. They expect the situation to improve in the next weeks. Of course, not happy at the last results and team performance, but club still protecting the manager, which they kind of have to.
But now, who do you think Fabrizio knows, hey? Like, he's connected, he's plugged in everywhere.
Everywhere, dog. He's got his ear to the ground. I'm sure he has a guy everywhere. He's got a mole everywhere. So when there's happenings, he's on it.
You reckon he operates like the merchants back in the day? You ever read Machiavelli's The Prince?
I've heard of it, but no, I've not read it.
So in it, like the merchants are the guys where you want to be involved. Is because what merchants know is that life is not perfect. You know, for us in the suburbs, it's like, I just want my green juice ready at the end.
Yeah.
And we're not really worried about what does it take actually the guy who's driving the sort of kale to the shop, you know what I mean? Whereas merchants understand the underbelly, which is where things get done, is they'll pay the right man just to make their ship come in and have the best place to dock, because then they get the business. Like these little things. You got to take care of the little things, the devil's in the detail.
Yeah.
You think Fabrizio's got guys on the take, just brown envelopes or what?
Yeah.
You reckon,
he has to, bro. He has to, bro. You can't know this much.
He's awesome, dude.
Can't be giving us this content like for free and stuff. Like,
you know what I like about a guy like Fabrizio is that the old school journalists must hate him, because you know the old school journalists think you should be camping outside, get the story.
Yeah.
Whereas Fabrizio is like just LinkedIn. He's got his own podcast now. He's moving in group, and he dresses so scruffily, right? He's got the James beard as well. Or not today. James is looking incredible. If we can just get a shot of James, I did compliment him and see him today. Is the beard is actually trimmed. So he hasn't. It's not shaved. It's not fully shaved.
Certified lover boy. I told you.
There it is with James. The hair's looking unbelievable. Looks like he should be leading a boy band. He's doing the disgusting thing that most guys do on Instagram. Soon he'll have no shirt on, and then he's going to go full on with that. But the beard has been trimmed. He looks beautiful. Fabrizio's got that 5 o'clock shadow all the time. He doesn't really care. Scruffy shirt, dirty. A lot of the shirts I see him with, like coffee stains everywhere, and he's doing interviews on Sky Sports. They must hate him because he's got. What do the young kids say? He the plug.
He's the plug, dog. Like, because for me, the thing is, like, he doesn't care as long as he's giving it to you hot off the press.
Yeah.
5 minutes and the story is stale for him.
Yeah.
5 minutes too late, the story is stale for him.
And we've seen that because his grammar on social media is some of the worst stuff I've ever seen. So,
hey, bro, he doesn't care. He's about serving the people. He doesn't care for grammar. You'll figure it out.
You know, it's been said, sometimes being first is better than being best. And
honestly,
shout out to Fabrizio. Now, okay. Hey, before we go on, you'll notice a great thing happened for us is that we now have what we call a poll. And that's not Lewandowski, by the way. A lot of people going, oh, are you going to talk about Lewandowski? No. Different poll. If you didn't know that, Polish people are called Poles. Shout out to you. You're smart enough. But in this poll, we say, did your team take 3 points this weekend? Winning for the win, currently at 50%. I'm a United fan, so it looks like we got 50% United fans and 50% of Liverpool and Chelsea fans, and people support other clubs as well. You know, Wolves, people might support Wolves. It's quite the thing right now. People support Man City. Believe it or not, that's a real thing. So you can go and vote. From now on, we will have a poll daily on the YouTubes. You can vote afterwards as well. By the way, please feel free to vote. You know, there's so much savagery that happens in the background. You know, James is just a savage. And at this stage, Sensitive, I'd like to get your take on the new hashtag being hashtag Leicester One. Just your first thoughts on that.
Don't care.
That is the face of a liar right there. Now, Senzo tries to play it cool, but let me tell you something. He does love football. He does love sport. He's a very emotional guy, and United right now are absolutely trash. And Fabrizio saying Ollie in. Just your thoughts on that, Senzo Sithebi.
Well, I mean, they have to back the manager. I mean, these guys have to. You have to back the manager no matter what, because now if your club is hanging you out to dry, it's like, well, okay, you know that there's trouble, like, for sure, because now, you know. So what I say to guys, you know, if something happens in-house, let's sort it out in-house so that the outside world doesn't also come bring water into our house.
Got you.
So you must
important.
But Senzo, you like, and this is not me. Like,
being a journalist, you got to ask the tough questions.
I genuinely want to know, like, do you like trust Solskjaer? Like, when do you personally as a United fan, draw the line in the sand and say, okay, cool, like let's just call it a day on this dude. He's done.
If he fails this season, like guys, like it's the league is not lost yet.
Yeah. All is not lost.
All is not lost
Yet.
yet.
Yeah.
I like how you put in the yet, but all is not lost because the thing is, guys, every time this guy loses a game, his job is on the line. Like it's gonna happen. You're gonna lose games. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You're going to lose games. And also, James, it's a marathon, not a sprint. So, yeah. But then again, you also support Liverpool. First win in 30 years, and you guys are the greatest, the most dynastic team ever. So,
That's a man who doesn't care, by the way, just so you know.
Seems I understand you're in your feels and you're hurting.
No, he said he doesn't care.
I'm not my feels, guys.
But I do like that he does care. He's hooked in.
No. I'm not my feels. I mean, what's done is done. What am I going to do? Go change Saturday's result. So have your fun, boys. Laugh it up.
And you had it on Saturday, so what? Sunday it just ruined. It's close the laptop.
You think Saturday it was ruined?
Yeah, I'm with you. So Saturday night.
And I was watching it because I was at a mate's place.
Yeah.
And
So did you go home? Because I will go home if Chelsea lose.
I didn't go home. It just made the mood very.
Was it all United fans, or were you?
There was a City fan, and I was asked him, "Did you start watching football yesterday? Because you support Man City and you're not from Manchester."
Yeah.
And then there was a Chelsea fan there.
Yeah. That's tough. Did you watch the Chelsea game with him as well?
No, I didn't watch
stay for
Chelsea.
Chelsea?
I don't have time for Chelsea. So after United lost, I went to go do other things at that party.
Yeah. Oh, so you were in a bit of a social setting. Yeah, that's kind of good. I mean, maybe.
Oh, and then he was also in my ear because Chiefs won and he supports Chiefs, so it's just like he was unbearable.
That's a brutal weekend for you.
Yeah.
Man United, terrible.
And I saw him yesterday again.
Oh my goodness. Same person.
Same energy. I was like, at least you're consistent.
Yeah, see, that's tough for you. Brutal. All right, what else we got on social media?
Oh, yes. So, this is not sports related, but yeah. Khloe Kardashian got engaged this weekend.
Khloe Kardashian. Now, which one is she? Travis Barker, the drummer.
Yes. She married...
Oh my God.
So just to let you guys know, Ryan is incredibly invested in this marriage, and I'll tell you why. Right? This was his reasoning, and this is what he told Senzo and I this morning, which I thought was quite sweet. He goes, hey guys, this is going to be good for them because Courtney calmed him down enough to allow him to fly again. He got over his fear of flying.
That's amazing. Ryan really invested there. Travis Barker, one of the greatest drummers of all time. If people don't know this, is that he was Blink-182's drummer, I believe.
And Plus 44.
Plus 44, is that
he
his
was
band?
Plus 44's drummer. He was Boxcar Race's drummer.
All right, I mean, we don't have to get into terrible music. I don't need to hear about all the terrible music. Blink-182 was fine.
Do you have to plus the 44 to the 182, or what's
No. Plus 44 is like a broken down division of Blink-182. So
yes.
Tom made Boxcar Racer, which was Tom DeLonge, Travis Barker, and then they got a third.
Ryan. Blink-182's music was barely bearable itself. I don't need to hear about the watered down version of mediocre music. But he is still one of the greatest drummers of all time. By the way, let's read this whole thing. E-News, shout out to James and obviously Ryan getting in his feels. That's very, very nice. You know, big man Ryan, I do have feelings. Don't judge a book by its cover. That's incredibly great to see. Travis Barker really said, let's make this last forever. Let's go. Don't wait. We have all the details about his proposal to Courtney. No, yeah, sweet. Now, who's Kourtney Kardashian? Is she the tall?
She's the short, the older one. She's the older sister.
So is she not Lamar Odoms?
No, that's Khloe.
So who was this one?
Courtney. She's with Scott Disick.
Scott Disick, the producer guy.
No, that's
Scott Storch.
That's Scott Storch.
Well, wait, who's Scott Disick now?
Scott Disick is the Lord Scott Disick.
No, yeah,
Lord Disick.
The Lord of what?
Yeah, exactly. No, it's just a rich dude.
Does he know Harry? Because Harry lives in Hollywood now as well. They can hang out, talk about, hey, we've never done anything, but we have all of the taxpayers' money in our bank account.
No, he's Scott the Lord Disick. He is the
he's just
Lord.
a trust fund kid.
Anyway, it's not entirely true. I mean, he did do a lot. So
Like what, Ron?
he owns so many businesses, bro. Like, come on.
What does that mean?
Give the Lord some respect.
And also, by the way, so does Harry, and he's never worked a day in his life. He owns. Do you know what Harry gets? Is every county has to pay to the crown, right? Just so you know. So, like, if you don't know how British the system still exists today. If you are royalty, right? Every bit of tax that goes to whatever county. So you often hear he's Lord of whatever manor or Lord of. every single time you move into an area and you pay taxes and rates in there, that goes directly to that part of the family. So if you're a lord of an area, that still exists today, by the way. So I mean, you know, you can still own businesses and you can own Buckingham Palace by just being born, which I don't hate, whatever, like that's the British thing. But
he has to put up with Meghan Markle as well, though. So he's paying for it. So
yeah, no, you're right. She is unbearable, but he's just as unbearable. You know, they're both unbearable humans.
I mean,
it's like Mario Cardi, right? It's like they're Cardi and what's her name?
Wanda Nara.
Wanda Nara of Hollywood. So shout out to both of them.
But the thing is, dog.
And I'm happy for them, by the way.
Look.
I'm happy for people.
I like how Ryan says put up with Meghan Markle.
Yeah.
Have you seen how that woman looks? So you definitely put up with that.
Having said
Are you that guy who watches Miss SA for the looks? Clearly, you don't listen to the political stances behind it.
No, let's all relax.
It's a beauty pageant, not how smart you are.
It's a beauty pageant, huh? What's that?
It's a beauty pageant, not how smart you are.
What's that, life in general?
Miss SA.
Right, now I want to tell you an interesting story. Yesterday on my ride home, it was a flight. I did fly, actually. I didn't jump on somebody's bicycle and say, hey, but you have a helmet as well. Say, no, sorry, man. I don't usually carry anyone. I don't usually carry anyone. I'm a bit of a lone ranger. No, I jumped on a flight, which I paid for. You can book in. Hey, why don't people check in the night before? Just check in the night before. I don't know why people don't do that. They're idiots. Anyway, so Ryan, I sat next to a guy. You'll love this. So I didn't know Ryan was into fields and people doing well in life because he doesn't care. It's weird, Ryan, because you don't care about dolphins or turtles because there's none in Joburg. That's weird. So yesterday I sat next to a guy, British guy. Anywho, guy starts talking. The lady who came second, I sat next to her boyfriend yesterday on the plane. Who knew? Who knew, Ryan? You know what I'm saying? Well, what do you think of that, Ryan? Guy's girlfriend came second in Miss South Africa.
I mean, it's pretty impressive, but I mean, I don't know. The Miss SA thing, I was told, I also thought it was beauty pageant, and I got a stern lecture from my sister that how dare I think such small-minded things. It is not about a beauty pageant. It is about the amount of, I don't know, influence you have in the community.
Hold on. Okay.
No, because I watch it as beauty pageants, Senzo, me and you.
So whoa! Stop the phone. You watch beauty pageants?
No, I watched it as a beauty pageant.
You know what, Ryan? The one thing I do love about you, and on a very serious note, is that you're really into content, what's happening. Like, you are plugged in.
Dog.
Senzo, this is... So, folks, hold on. Just hold on. I got to explain something. I got to explain something here. That's kind of developing in the world. So Senzo and Ryan have this magical ability, and there has been them kind of getting along extra well. Obviously, they've just gotten to know each other. It's been about 2 months that they work together, but now sort of the Cheech and Chong, like, hey, buddy thing's been going. And I now see the connection point is Senzo and Ryan have a superpower is they will watch anything. And it's great for the show because I don't watch a lot of things, right? I don't watch TV. I watch sport and the rest of it. Okay, I'll catch it. I'm still getting scammed by Netflix because I've literally watched one show, which is The King, obviously a documentary. So, Ryan, I now see why you and Senzo get along. It's because you guys are, number one, you're both nice guys, but the other thing is you guys will watch anything.
But then coming back to my point again, Ryan, you know what you must tell your sister? If it's not a beauty pageant, why do they have them parade in swimsuits and wear evening dresses and change their look? Bro, the premises of that thing, sure, they want to see if you've got a bit of brains, but they won't choose you if you look like a school shoe. Come now.
No, I'm 100% with you. I think it's nonsense because at the end of the day, what are one of these people going to do? Like, no disrespect to any of the contestants, but what are they going to do to help the community?
Now, you have said that this next statement might make you want to apologize, and it's too late to apologize now. It's too late for Mama. But the lady who's second is actually a doctor, so she's stopping people from dying. I don't know if that's a good thing in your books.
She's saving lives.
No, I mean, like I said,
answer the question.
I respect it.
People that stop people from dying, good thing or bad thing, right? In your eyes. Because by the way, you're obviously part of Devil's Door.
No, it's a good thing. But I'm saying, when you think of Miss SA...
Whoa! Sorry. People dying, a good thing. No, we don't just dismiss that.
Saving people from dying is a good thing.
Oh, okay. Saving people from dying, a good thing. So you'd say she's done something.
Yes.
Which means your statement...
But, okay, MKT, let's see how you see that. When you think of Miss SA,
I don't think about Miss SA, by the way.
No, I heard you.
But he's just saying, let's say somebody talks to you about Miss SA, what's the first thing that comes to mind?
Why are you telling me about it? Well, unless I'm stuck on a flight, I will walk away. I'm bored already.
But, okay, the point that I'm trying to make is that when people think about Miss SA, they associate what they think, beautiful girls.
Yes. And but you know we live in a tough time now. Is you're not allowed to be beautiful anymore because you're not being body positive, and I think it's ridiculous. Is good-looking men and women, I don't resent you. Get on stages and get all of the money.
That's what I said. I said, do you know what? I said you can. I always say this to people. I said, guys, you will tolerate anything from anybody who's good-looking.
Yeah.
Or they've got money.
No, we do this all the time in our lives.
Amen.
In fact, it's been proven scientifically, people trust better-looking people more.
Obvious.
So, you know what? Now, listen. Obviously, I see where you guys are trying to take me, and I'll play the game. Is that in my mind, when I hear, and there's nothing worse than I'm a beauty pageant host and winner, and now I have to try and be Oprah. You don't have to be.
Honestly,
you're already beautiful. You're doing too much. Get into politics then, if you want to be that person. But you know, we live in a time where everybody now is allowed an opinion. So shout out to the ladies for not only looking beautiful, for thinking actually in their mind that they will be the inspiration for world peace. Now, ladies, I got some bad news for you. There's only one Princess Diana, and yeah, she's gone. Like every now and then, please can we stop thinking you're going to be the next Princess Diana? Those anomalies come along maybe once in a generation. Maybe Diana might be once in a lifetime. Beautiful woman comes from inheritance, and she actually cares about people, right? Is you don't have to do that. Your main thing, be beautiful. That's enough. You've done enough. You don't need to save the children in India who you'll never meet, who you're pretending to love because you want to win a prize of like 5 million rand or whatever. Win the money. Go home. That's it. Nobody needs to hear from you on the philosophical problems of the world.
And save world hunger.
No, don't worry about it. Unless you get into politics.
Yeah, so someone else got that. Don't worry, B.
And also, you know what? There's a context for everything. It's a beauty pageant. Let's reduce you to what you are. Is you're not there because you're a good person. No, not one Miss SA person is SA contestant or whatever is there because they're a good person. Not one of them. You're there because you're unbelievably good looking. And good for you. I like good looking ladies, by the way. So I love it.
This just came up on my timeline. Did you see what happened to the Vitesse stand?
The what stand?
Vitesse, the soccer team.
Yeah.
They were busy doing the Poznan.
Yeah.
And it actually broke. The stand broke.
All right, we'll come back to that. I mean, or the Dutch stop smoking weed maybe so you can fix the stand. All right, the MKT show, the other side. No turtles in Johannesburg. What a world. What a time. What a time to be alive.
What a time.
Hey? What a time to be alive with all the Rantenland.
Sorry. I just read a comment from Nico Kritzing. It's the
All right, we'll bring it up now. I mean, what about Ryan Tinline? No turtles in
He's
it.
sensational, bro.
You know, I gotta say, one of the most enjoyable things about the crew we're building is that everyone's so different, you know? Like, and I love that everyone here is so different from me. Because it's very easy, you know, with people, there's something called the, and James knows this very well, obviously an aficionado of philosophy, and we will bring back, what was it called? Learning with James?
Educating MKT.
Educating MKT. We'll bring that back at some stage. We'll have to put a graphic where James was educating me on all sorts of philosophical stuff. So James heard I like psychoanalysis and you know, that whole world, and he started teaching me, taught me about Freud. He taught me a half-baked lesson on on the Oedipus complex. There was some incredible scenes in there, but it's called the Pygmalion effect. All right, so the Pygmalion effect is so when you say you're a coach, and it happens all the time in life. Actually, it's why if you go to some banks, major banks here in South Africa, you'll see a lot of the guys at the top are from the same schools.
Yeah.
So the Pygmalion effect is that in young people is we will encourage young people that are like us more. So the Pygmalion effect is that you will gravitate and you will make somebody who's more like you grow better than somebody who's different from you.
Yeah.
So the Pygmalion effect is that once you identify that person who kind of is me but a younger age, you'll give them more room to grow. So it doesn't mean everyone else is not capable.
Sure.
And the Pygmalion effect says we are just biased as human beings. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to me not having the Pygmalion effect and picking 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 people that are completely different from me, actually. And
We're not completely different if you think about it, dude.
what do you think?
No, I think we're similar in some regards.
Yeah, sure, but that's people. Like we're gonna have crossover
no, but like
traits.
but like the makeup of us.
But I think your habits are all of you. Your habits are so different from mine. James, what he watches and likes, nobody else is a gamer here. Like a hardcore
Really
gamer. James is that the
What am I
vibes
then?
thing. Hey,
What am I then?
I mean, you are a cross between introspective and extrovert. So you've got an interesting mix of that, and you're very you're very eccentric. You know, the more comfortable you get around people, you get super eccentric. So you bring a dynamic. And also what's interesting about you, probably more so than anybody here, is you were raised on a hybrid of like Kasi life and Ilovo life. So you mesh that beautifully. So your interpretation is always from every direction. So it brings a whole new element to here. And then Ryan obviously lived with the devil from young, even though he didn't know it because he lived in that part of the world.
Yeah.
And he doesn't know, he doesn't care about turtles. So that's a whole different thing. Welcome lives at the studio. So that's a whole different element as well. So it's tough to hear that Welcome actually doesn't have a home. Although, shout out to Welcome for convincing us that he has a wife and a whole thing. He set up the whole profile. But I just think Welcome lives here. He lives at the studio.
He's
I don't
always
know.
here, eh?
No, he's never not been here. Welcome is here at 6:30 in the morning, and I don't know when he goes home. So, you know, that's a whole different thing as well. Sipo is just, you know, who likes ikoloko elenkeni. You know what I mean? So,
wow.
So everyone here is so different, you know, and it's excellent. It is excellent. It makes for a hell of a show. All right, we're gonna get into some Premier League results from the weekend where some teams won, some teams lost. That's all I'm saying. Hashtag Leicester won. If you are going to hit us up on the tweet monster, let us know what you think of Senzo. Let us know what you think of James, of somebody who's getting more and more involved in the show, Ryan. Let us know what you think of him not knowing what water tastes like, because people have told him that it tastes like nothing. Let's get into Premier League predictions. As you can see there, Liverpool won 5. We'll come back to that result. Southampton taking care of the business. You see that Southampton Leeds game, Senzo?
No, I didn't.
By the way, Leeds are in proper problems. You know the Bielsa.
You think so?
Yeah, they're having problems, bro. This loose Bielsa thing. It's the Premier League. Eventually,
that style of football is not sustainable in Premiership.
You know what the problem with the Premier League is, and this is where you've got to admire people like Mourinho for what they did, Fergie for what he did, because of the resources. Right, even the lowest Premier League club has the best of the best in analysis and whatever. That you can do that in La Liga, because from about the 6th club, nobody has money that can compete with the top 6. Not in the UK. We can pay the best Iranian analyst. He must come here. And within a year, they figured you out. Leeds are in problems. They're in problems. They are having serious problems. Relegation is seriously on there as well. And that's a thin squad as well. I mean, outside of Rafinha and guys like that, I don't know what sort of X factor they've got. That's let's see how that goes. They lost again. Ralph Hasenhüttl is one of my favorite people in the world.
Remember, you went here on Friday. I said to Paolo, Norwich vs Brighton. Nobody is going to watch that. And look at the result.
Yeah, Norwich Brighton 0-0. I mean,
yes, there's nothing worse than a 0-0 draw
in the Premier League, huh?
Because you know nothing happened.
Yeah, listen. Although Brighton do play good football.
Yeah, they do. They organise this.
Graham Potter, who may be the next Newcastle manager.
No, Steven Gerrard.
The Newcastle manager.
Do you know what he said? I've got my eye on the Newcastle job.
Did he quote unquote or?
Yeah, he did quote.
He said, "I've got my eye on the Newcastle."
Yeah, he's watching the situation in Newcastle. Because honestly, if they call him, no offense to Rangers.
If they call him, if I'm Stevie G, I turn it down because
he's not going to though.
The right call. If you're Stevie G, turn that down. Not because for any other reason. Not because of the allegiances to Liverpool, whatever. That job is a career.
It's a poison chalice.
Because those billionaires talk is the last thing you need is your reputation. And Lampard's going to have this problem. I think Lampard will learn this lesson that Abramovich, as much as we may have been buddy, billionaires you are only valuable when you can do something for me.
Sure.
Frank Lampard as a player mustn't view himself as
Frank Lampard the manager.
No.
Yeah. They're two different people.
No, and Abramovich does not care. Billionaires are cold.
My thing is as well with that, I was talking to Paolo about this before the show on Friday. I said, these guys, Steve Bruce, we forget his legacy as a player. Mark Hughes, we forget his legacy as a player because they're rubbish managers.
And Steven Gerrard mustn't fall into this thing of... And you know what his issue is? Gerrard's issue will be he's fresh out from being a player. He remembers the love he was getting. Is these billionaires don't care, Stevie. They will forget you tomorrow. If Newcastle goes badly, and if Gerrard's the guy that he is, stay at Rangers and build the reputation, right?
Yeah.
Because you know what you need to do? You need to be 5 years' time when you're ready. He's not ready for
at the moment, right? I also think so.
Can I chime in real quick?
Sure.
Senzo's spreading fake news.
Go ahead.
Stevie G never said he had his eye on the job.
He did though.
He said he's committed to what's happening at Rangers at the moment.
Yeah,
he's not concerned to anything happening outside of the club.
Yeah, sure. Listen, so let me give you a life lesson, right? You know who's going to cheat on you in life? Which girlfriend is going to cheat on you? Trust me, I would never do that. As soon as you hear those words in that order, James. So when Steven Gerrard says, because you know what he should have said? Next question, please.
No comment.
So, but no comment then.
No comment. And I've told James this in media training, so they've taken us through this. Let me tell you what the correct thing to do in media training they tell you to say. And managers are media trained. Yeah. If he wasn't considering it, James, you know what he would have said? I have not given that any thought at this moment, and I will approach that situation once it comes around. So that's the media training. So if you ever listen out to politicians, right? When actually they are going to do something about something, but the answer, no answer. Because no comment is a comment, just so you know, in the media world, and then they run with it. What you say is, I have not given that issue the thought it deserves. I will get back to you once I have given it the respect that it deserves. That's what Steven Gerrard would have done. So, Jimbo, Stevie G, back in the Premier League.
But do you know what the thing is? Steven Gerrard opened himself up. The minute they asked him about Steve Bruce, and do you know what his answer was? He said, out of respect for Bruce, I'm not going to comment on that stage. That's when I knew that this guy's very interested in that job.
I have not. There is media training for this. And you know what happens? Stevie G's in his fields and he's feeling himself, and he's a fantastic player. is there is an answer, no answer. I have not given that issue the respect it deserves. I will comment once I have given it the attention it deserves. Stock standard. So Stevie G, Jimbo, we're back. We're back in. Hey, James. Stevie G, are you
back in the Premier League?
James, now you become a Newcastle fan. Gerrard 8. Come on, Jimbo.
No, it has to be Gerrard 17.
Oh, because you
28 actually.
Because that's the OG.
No, 28 is the OG.
He was 17 at a point.
Yeah. So Stevie G 17, rocking it. Long sleeve as well. Remember early on when
it
he
has to be.
Hold on.
Remember he came on like what was it, like 4 minutes and got the red card immediately.
Oh my god! Remember that? And then all the memes with the heat map that he had for that game was just like a line.
Yeah. So you're doing that, James?
Breaking news.
Hey?
Oh my goodness gracious!
Also, can I just point out, Senzo, you say that no one's going to watch the Brighton games, but Brighton's in the top 4.
They are in the top 4, unlike Manchester United and Tottenham, I believe. Who's in the top 4? Chelsea, obviously, top of the league. I mean, I didn't want to bring it up.
Chelsea, Liverpool, Brighton.
Chelsea, yeah. Brighton. Percy Tau's old team.
How many games have been played now? 8. We 8 weeks in. Man United behind Brighton. What a time to be alive. What a time to be alive. Well, you shouldn't have spent all that money on this football club, man. Shut it down.
Listen.
Also, shouldn't have invested in being a one-man team.
Oh no.
Do you know what I like?
Oh no.
Do you know what I like? These guys talk about Man United more than they do but their own clubs. I love it.
Hey.
No, the thing is also the first comment that was made by the commentators on the match as soon as they lost was that it was because Fred wasn't there.
Yeah.
And is the other guy?
It isn't Cavani, probably the best head in the league.
Yeah.
I
was like, but Fred was the main problem according to the media.
I love it.
Which part? Well, what about it?
They invested in Man United. They watch Man United games like proper. I love it.
James,
you guys are closet fans. It's okay. Come, boys, come.
All right.
Yeah.
Anyway,
that's true. It is. Yeah.
Yo, just saw
that's
something.
What you do, hey James. Is what you're doing on weekends is not getting a haircut and watching Man United games.
Absolutely.
Shout out.
They can tell you what happened with Man United before I can. So like. Anyway, just saw something very interesting, eh?
Well, that's a matter of perspective because
it's very
you can deliver the news. I'll decide, and people with ears will decide.
Your jaw's gonna drop.
Whether it's
your jaw's gonna drop.
Interesting. All right.
Jack Grealish could be quizzed by cops as a witness in the raid case as he was clubbing with Man City teammate Benjamin Mendy hours before the attack.
You think my jaw will drop? I've given my take on Jack Grealish. I don't think he cares about football. So I'm not going to cast aspersions because this is a legal matter. But I'm not surprised if he's there. Because all of his behavior, when you get 2 DUIs in life as a footballer, I know Jack Grealish has no self-awareness. Everybody here knows that I roll like that. I'm not surprised at that part at all.
But imagine like you were in that situation as Jack Grealish. You're like, gee, what does this guy put me in?
No. Be a grown-up. What have I put myself in?
Yeah,
so sorry. And also, with Jack Grealish, why is anyone surprised? But that's alleged, right? At this stage, we need to be very careful by saying it's true. If it's true, I've been clear on Jack Grealish the whole time. I would never have bought him. I would never want him near Chelsea because I don't like when superstars have no self-awareness. That is the one thing.
That's the thing. If you're that level of famous, yeah.
No. But look at his train. And for me, I don't care what people say. People say things all the time. What does your behavior say? And when you are partying twice, 2 DUIs in lockdown, and a third time partying in London in lockdown, when you're a footballer, it tells me everything I need to know. So I'm not shocked. If he was there and he's now inculcated, not shocked at all by that. But we don't know that yet. And by the way, I'm not saying he was there. So we need to be very clear on the record.
No, but they're saying he was there at the club.
Who's saying that?
The cops.
So what's it saying?
They're going to question him.
So, okay, they will be questioning him. No, again, that's alleged because he may have left by the time, we mustn't just say he was definitely there.
No, but he was at the club before the attack. We don't know where he was when all of this was happening.
Okay.
During the alleged attack, let me say.
So, I mean, they're club mates. They were probably partying together at the club. But
yeah. Were they club mates before that?
Well, when was the incident? That's what you got to know.
This incident, because remember the timeline. This Benjamin Mendy thing, you remember he got arrested before Jack Grealish signed for the club.
Yeah.
So, but also footballers are all friends.
No. Jack Grealish was already at the club.
Was he?
Yeah. Grealish joined at the beginning of the season. He got arrested now in the season, Mendy.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah. So, yeah, these things.
But the incidences happened, if I'm not mistaken, in 2018.
2018, 19,
yeah.
eh?
So it was way before Grealish was even a thing at City.
And I don't know if you've seen the photo with Jack Grealish with a healthy black lady.
Oh, yeah.
So he's
a vibe.
and Jack Grealish is that guy. I always say there's nobody blacker. Grealish is that exact guy.
And Ryan, you've got Ryan.
No, Ryan's black. He's not. He does. So Grealish has black tendencies. Ryan's just full on a black guy.
Oh, right.
He just identify. Ryan's trapped, guys. Ryan is just a black person trapped in a white guy. Sorry, Ryan. That's disrespectful. In a quarter Jewish white guy's body. Yeah. Sorry about that, Ryan. Yeah. So Grealish, all up in it. You know what? For me, it's just because I've been this guy. At some stage, if Grealish is caught up in it, at some stage, you have to stop feeling sorry for people. The world's not happening to you all the time.
Sure,
He's always in those situations. That's on him. So, yeah, Jack Grealish. And again, Grealish and Griezmann, there's not a single white person's name in their phone. Those guys, hey, they can't get enough of black people, right?
But I saw Griezmann when it was like, for France.
Yeah.
All the white guys in the French national team.
Yeah.
Have you noticed it goes Hugo Lloris because he's captain?
Yes.
Then it's like
Hernandez, who, by the way, is also jailbird now.
Then it's like Pavard.
The white guys, yeah.
Yeah, then it's Varane.
Yes.
And then it's all the black guys.
Yeah.
Benzema.
Yeah.
And then at the back, Mr. Greasy Grease.
Pitching up with Ryan's ridiculous black tendencies, European. He's with the black, the sauce, the West African proper guys. I bet you, and those white guys as well, is when they're into the black people, especially when they're into West African vibes, is you can be sure Griezmann's playlist is full on.
I saw Griezmann.
In fact, he's in a group with Burna Boy. Right? Like Griezmann right now is rocking that. He doesn't even listen to. He's never heard of Travis Barker in his life.
Do you know who? When I knew that Griezmann was like a proper was sauce.
Yeah.
They showed him at Barcelona getting to Barca training, right?
Yeah.
You see like the white guys with
the Audi,
the modest cars, like the Audis, the club Audi. Griezmann, Phantom.
Yeah.
Rolled in with the Phantom wearing sunglasses. I said, this guy is about it.
No, he's that guy.
He was probably blasting some Jay-Z.
For sure. And he only listens to the first album because he doesn't like this commercial stuff. When white guys are into hip-hop as well, I don't listen to Eminem, bro. That's so
they
commercial.
Listen to like KRS-One and all those guys.
A Tribe Called Quest. And I love him for it. He's a human being.
Oh.
What you got?
A flight in which footballer Emiliano Sala died.
Wow.
Yeah.
All right, so give us some context on that story, just so we can remind ourselves. He was bought, I believe, by Norwich, and he was on his way. It was Norwich, huh? And he was on his way. The flight obviously crashed, and now they found the guy, huh?
Yeah, so somebody pleaded guilty. So David Harrison has pleaded guilty to that. So let me read more of this.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, David Harrison admitted to attempting to discharge a passenger without a valid.
Oh no.
Yeah. So this is intense.
Oh no. So that's a situation now. By the way, Norwich. No, was it Leicester or Norwich where he was going?
I think he was going to Leicester.
Was it Leicester?
Yeah, he's on his way to Leicester. Yeah.
So just so you know, Leicester had not paid for him and are refusing to pay the money. And who was it? Nantes.
Yeah.
Want the money still.
Yeah.
Terrible journalism. We've stopped the headline halfway through the opening sentence. Without what?
Yeah.
Without, no,
we're trying to find it. It's breaking news. It's tough on the go. You know what I mean? So it's not exactly like we were making it happen like off a story with as you know, the running order's been ripped up, James. So we're trying to make it happen on the way, and a man died. But by the way, James, you ever hear about that story?
The Emiliano Martinez one?
No, Salah.
Salah, sorry.
Yeah.
Actually, I was super shook about it. Like, it was so random and sudden.
It's ugly, huh?
Oh, without valid permission or authorization.
To take him off the plane?
Yeah, so he tried to we don't know if it's Salah.
Okay, so what's the full thing?
That he discharged the guy, that he discharged the passenger. Because you remember that flight just it crashed.
Yes.
Yeah. So, yeah.
So that's going to get ugly. I mean...
He's going to get sued.
You know what the problem is now is this is why lawyers get a bad reputation, because that's what it's about now. It's about lawyers trying to grab money. Like, No one cares that a human being just died and he's got like a father and a brother and friends. It's like all of this should actually have gone away by now. Why are we still talking about it? It should be so secret what's happening. It's a high profile case. And like, imagine, like I do always think about this, is unfortunately, it's tough to say, is I don't feel sorry for celebrities at all at any stage. You've picked this life. But imagine being a celebrity like he was, and imagine his mom and dad now. Like, because he's dead forever. For us,
he's never coming back,
we haven't spoken about him. We haven't spoken about him since it happened, right? No one's talked about it. We've moved on. But for them, their son is very dead now, forever.
And it affects them like...
No, every day. My son is dead. Like, forget the money now. His mom, my son is dead. Like, what about that part of things? Like, it's just lawyers now. Lawyers are trying to grab money and get it. And also be the Johnny Cochran, like, win the big case.
It's my thing my thing about, like, it was like the whole Oscar Riva thing. I was like, guys, you guys don't understand, like, we're going to move on with our lives.
Yeah.
We're going to move... Imagine Riva's parents.
No, it's listen. That's a whole wild scene. Forever is a long time for
it's unending time.
Yeah, Riva is gone forever, and the parents
are the ones that have to try pick up the pieces.
Yeah, this is such a wild case. We'll do, like James said, we should do more big time journalism. We will talk about that tomorrow because that is an incredible case to follow, and. It's a different time now as well. Back in the day when somebody died, is the people in the village knew. Right? Like not that long ago. I mean, I'm talking like 80, 90 years ago. I wouldn't know if this happened. It wouldn't have got to me in the Republic of South Africa, right? Is now also people are chiming in on Twitter on both sides. And by the way, Twitter's anonymous, so people will say anything on there.
Yeah. It's not anonymous, it's just unhinged. You can say whatever you can post whatever you want on Twitter.
Well, you can also be anonymous because you can post with the egg sort of profile and E6 Big Boy 99 as my profile,
I'm actually excited for the NBA to start. Sorry, I just saw a tweet and it's real now.
Yeah, you're also like Ryan, you will jump everywhere, hey? Your attention span, no. That's why you guys get along, is you can't, hey James, these guys can't see things through. They will jump over from not thinking about turtles. Eventually Ryan was turning on you about fake water. He couldn't decide. Like Senzo will also, he'll just go to the next story after we're talking about a guy who died. No worries, the NBA's starting.
Yeah, look, it's I think it's really sad that he passed away in that plane crash.
Yeah.
I was going to say
anyway,
we
actually have to.
Yeah, no, there's a league. Yeah, no, listen, guys are trying to slam dunk. The huge men are trying to slam dunk.
Yeah, bro.
People die.
But those matchups are electric. Those first opening night matchups are electric.
Still cares.
This just in.
Yeah.
No, they're very electric. Like that's what I just got excited now.
So it's a good indicator of life as well. People need to know with you is you will move on quickly.
No.
From death to the NBA, just like that.
Yeah. Because the guy's dead. He's dead. He's not going to wake up.
That's true. No, he's not. That's, he's gone. Also, Senzo's gone from the empathy of his parents have to deal with it to the guy's dead.
I did show that I was empathetic.
Yeah, but now you've decided.
Now so you want me to be that person at funerals now? You know the woman that's crying the most. Barely even knew the person. Dead.
Yeah.
Sadly, life goes on.
Yeah, because even you're acknowledging that even with your death, move on.
Guys.
Yeah. Even your own death, you've accepted that. Yeah.
Guys, like, the sun will come out tomorrow.
Yeah.
Your lives mustn't be put on hold because, listen, cry for me 1 week, 2 weeks, month maybe.
Yeah.
Then.
And now if you are, if you're Mario Cardi, you're saying, don't cry for me, Argentina.
You know what I mean?
Wowzers. Okay. Senzo Sitebe, ladies and gentlemen, undefeated, this guy. All right, Senzo, we've gone from death. Let's go to the NBA. Well, what's happening there?
Sure. Did you see the first day matchups?
So LeBron James, obviously the geriatric club, what are they up to?
They're playing the Warriors.
Okay.
And Clay is back now. So now the Warriors are serious again.
Although his ACL at this stage, you have to acknowledge after two massive... And trust me...
first it was Achilles, then it was ACL.
His ACL. Listen, I've had ACL...
How is that,
Unbelievably awful rehab. And Achilles obviously is the killer.
Yeah.
But ACL, once that goes... Hey, I came back stronger, but I did have literally the world's best ACL surgeon. He was doing all of this stuff in.
But KD as well did his Achilles, and he came back hot.
You know what? KD doesn't need to look after their best player on the other end. Klay Thompson's a very different style player.
Yeah,
it's
true.
all physical, and he's coast to coast.
Yeah, and he's locking. So
he's locking in your best player.
But yeah, he has to lock it because Steph Curry's a liability on defense.
And they take in expectations of we still need 15 from you, Klay.
Not 15, we need 30.
Well, every now and then he goes off. I mean, remember he scored 60 and a half.
he did score 60
He
and a half.
scored 60 points in a half.
Yeah, they said.
So what are we? Are you saying Golden State's back?
Oh, because you're not sure if Clay's going to come back the same.
No, I don't know. But ACL, I know, especially in basketball, see the difference in football.
Derrick Rose also
those
did
surfaces.
Yeah.
So I don't know if we get the same Klay.
Yeah, you're right because he's very explosive.
No. And listen, the hardest thing in basketball is still what? I don't care what anyone says, is locking down the best player on the other team.
Yeah.
That puts more demands on you than anything, especially in a league where you can't touch people now. It's really, now you've almost got to beat them to the ball, which is just athleticism.
Mm-hmm.
That's got nothing to do with physicality. I do love Klay Thompson though, is put the ball in his hands. Oh. And by the way, you know what Klay Thompson, what I love about him? He barely touches the ball. Give it to me, and it's left my hand before you even.
That's what somebody was saying. That you get the ball, it's gone already.
Phenomenal, by the way.
Gone.
You can't separate the Splash Brothers.
Yeah. Best backcourt in history, dude.
It is. So what are we thinking there? Back? New arena, by the way, as well. They can't afford to be terrible again.
Yeah.
They got a billionaire owner who is very. They're also. You got to keep in mind, Golden State is going to be incredible pressure. This will be interesting for Steph to see. People always tell me, "Oh, this billionaire is patient. This billionaire is patient." No. I've always said there's no such thing as a patient billionaire. There's a tolerant billionaire.
Yeah.
So
a difference.
Bill Belichick's about to find out that it was good when you're good. Again, billionaires, are you serving
then
me?
Robert Kraft is going to be like, hey.
And now they just spent $186 million in the offseason, by the way. New England Patriots. So, you know, Bill, what are we doing here?
I need results.
It fell apart last night again as well. So, yeah, Splash Brothers, they're back. All right. What's LeBron saying? Who LA plays in the first game?
They play at Golden State.
Oh, so is that the first game?
Yeah, Bron versus Curry. Then KD against Giannis.
I do like.
I forget the Bucks are champions.
Yeah, but I do like Steph Curry. I do love him actually. He's a
I
great leader.
also like him because of the type of he's selfless.
Yeah,
guys. I don't think there's been a more unselfish superstar in the NBA.
But it's so disrespectful to LeBron to have the conversation constantly like that the game's ever seen.
Steph
James is the full
best player.
He's the full. Like, but also I can't have Kobe, Michael Jordan, LeBron. We know what they're doing. Both ends. It's why KD. Don't come talk to me about KD. Phenomenal, probably the biggest unicorn of all time. 11 sort of an 11-foot shooting arch. For those who don't know what that means, he's about 7 foot. And when he releases the ball, the arch is about 11 feet. You would have to be James standing on top of Flip Funamava to be able to defend KD. Yeah. So he's a unicorn in that sense, but he can't defend.
But that's the thing, because do you know what the thing?
And he does defend, but he can't defend.
That's why I respect LeBron James, because LeBron James is the only person that can properly lock KD down.
And also, people don't understand with LeBron, he's I think 7 times All NBA defensive player as well. In the team, all defensive team, first team.
Yeah.
For 7 years in basketball, they call it. So if people don't know, just let me finish quick. People don't know there's something called sitting in the chair in basketball.
Yeah.
So that means your best player, I'm taking wherever he goes, but I'm also going to be in the paint and I'm going to sit down in the chair. Whatever he does, I'm in there. Not everybody can defend like that. That's a technical and a physical style of defense. We'll get the coach to explain it a little better on Thursday.
But now with LeBron as he's in year 19 or year 20. Right, of his career, doesn't defend as much.
No.
It's demanding that.
No, I'm done. No. Guys, I'm the Swiss Army knife. I've done that.
AD, you lock him down.
And that's been a letdown, right? Let's be honest. AD for that first title.
LeBron carried him.
AD's under incredible pressure now, dude. We paid you. I think if AD gets another big injury and doesn't deliver and fades,
they're going to trade him.
He's out. He's out. Because LeBron has one more season after this. And LeBron is not loyal. It's what I love about alpha males and females. They're not loyal. They're loyal to winning. You saw with Ronaldo. I told you. LeBron, and we know LeBron runs LA. Stop Genie. Genie Bus doesn't run anything. LeBron, whatever you want, take this thing.
It's because the thing is, like, now LeBron shouldn't be having to carry. He shouldn't be having to carry AD.
Yeah.
AD is in his prime.
No, I'm not with it. I ain't with it. All right, so NBA, we got the Bucks playing.
Bucks playing Brooklyn. It's a mess at Brooklyn. Brooklyn are making headlines for the wrong reasons.
You know what? Kyrie has to go now.
But that's what I was saying to people. But
But have you seen what Harden and KD have said? Listen.
What I heard what KD said.
No, they're like, hey, we're going to win if we do things the right way, James Harden has said. Is people must remember, James Harden's not friends with Kyrie Irving. Yeah. The only reason, KD is there is that he followed. Because KD, a lot of people don't realize, is a follower.
Yeah.
He followed Kyrie Irving there. He didn't go there.
Yeah, exactly.
To Brooklyn.
You know, you said it perfectly because like Skip and Shannon Sharp also said the same thing. They said, dog, that KD wasn't leading, he was following.
No, he's not a leader. He had burner accounts on the internet. Like that to be one of the greatest sportsmen of all time and need burner accounts tell you he's an insecure person.
Yeah.
And you can't be LeBron James. You can't be the face. That's why he's not the face of the league.
Yeah.
Because KD, we've seen, he snaps at the media.
Yeah, exactly.
LeBron's big thing is no insecurity, and he's 6-4 is always going to come up. LeBron has no insecurity. He's not only the face of the league, he's the face of the Lakers, and he's also the face of the culture, which basketball.
Yeah.
So he's always getting criticism.
Yeah.
KD wants none of that.
Yeah.
And leadership is what? Criticism. All the time.
Yeah, because as well, I mean, speaking on the Kyrie Irving thing quickly to wrap up with it. I'd go, if I'm Brooklyn, I'll go to Philadelphia. I go, okay, look, right, we've got a problem we don't want.
Yeah.
You've got a problem we don't want. Give us Ben Simmons, you can have Kyrie.
Well, here's the problem with that. Kyrie Irving only has 1 year left on his deal, and what he will, the problem with Kyrie, billionaires what? Security. Kyrie Irving now took off work to go to the lady from the Sex and the City, her mayoral online Zoom call.
Yeah.
On the night that they were playing, he took off, right? Flat Earth, and now he's kind of telling billionaires when I'm going to come to work. The problem is, it's not a 1-for-1 trade. Ben Simmons is locked in for 4 years, so with him, that's secured. With Kyrie, what if next year now? I now want to go.
Yeah, because they said, look, listen, he can play away games. Steve Nash was probably told by the owner of Brooklyn, listen, this guy, we can't have a part-time player.
No, the problem is for Philadelphia, they won't do that trade because Kyrie's only got 1 year left on his deal. He'll take his money and retire. And then what? We let a guy who's a very valuable trade asset in Ben Simmons, one of the best defenders in the league, can't shoot a layup, but that's a whole different thing. Yeah. You can't let that. That's not a fair trade for Philadelphia. It would be asinine for them to do that deal because Ben Simmons, as he stands now, is an incredibly valuable asset.
Sure.
You know who I go and talk to?
Yeah.
Portland, what do you need?
Serious. Oh, it's Dame time. You're actually smart.
The MKT show. If you are on YouTube, please click like. If you're not on YouTube, don't click like because where you're sitting clicking like, or what are you going to do? You look ridiculous in public, clicking in the air. What are you up to? This show is available on Spotify, thecliffcentral.com, the Cliff Central app, of course. And if you're looking for the podcast, it is the MKT show. Ryan does an incredible job. Ryan's come in here. He said to me, hey, you're a terrible human because what you need to do is actually have the quality of the audio on the podcast at a certain sort of decibel range or whatever. I don't know the language, but Ryan's come in here. He's 1/4 Jewish. He understands a lot of things about audio because he was trained and went to audio college. So shout out to Ryan. Doesn't care about turtles, but I'll tell you what he cares about. Sound quality. Ladies and gentlemen, for today, the MKT show is the hell out of here.